Yep, I've done it again, and I've got another tractor. She's a beauty. Massey Ferguson. We've gone up stepped up the ladder to a Massey Ferguson 35 now, and here she is. And I've known this tractor for quite a while from the neighbours, a fair few doors up, and they sold out and moved, so I've acquired the tractor, and here she is. Hadn't been going for at least a year, and I think I might have even been the last one that used it. So we started her up. No, yes, it's been in the shed, don't ask me why, but we got water out of there, water out of here, gushing out, made a mess. I don't know how water got in there. Started up on 2 cylinders, 3 cylinders, and finally 4, and obviously didn't have enough water to cause too much trouble in there, because it got going and ran fine after a few 10-15 seconds. But anyway, it's come with a slasher, 4.5 foot slasher. It's an offset off the one side, so you can go down the fence line, and you've got heaps of room this side. And yeah, original seat, very original tractor. I'm told original hours, and yeah, we got a bit of a leak around there we could have a look at. Brakes, no brakes. And the old petrol engine, which runs fine. Radiator holds water. All these steering linkages, not bad. It's all pretty tight in that area. It hasn't, and I don't know, but I think those hours are pretty original. Really, I do. And this tractor's been on the property up the road there for 30 years, and they will tell you it just sat for years because it was broken, and then I went up there one time and got it going, and then they've used it and done some work, and I fixed this thing, fixed the slasher up, and it's got a bit of use. You know, when I say a bit of use, 5 or 10 hours, 6 or 7 hours here, another 6 months later, a couple of hours here and there. Yeah, we got to find a better tyre than that. But it's all up and running. Linkage works all good. So we're going to fix on this old girl. This is going to be the next project. So here we go. Here we are. We're detached from the slasher now, and take it up to the shed, and we're going to give it a big clean. That's what we're going to do. Righto, been doing a bit of work on the old tractor here. I've given it a clean, made it a lot better. And then I've taken the grill out the front here. And yep, that's not real good. So we'll give that a bit of a clean out. And I see all this down here. And it turns out it's got a petrol tank leak. So I'll be looking on that. I might even pull the fuel tank off. And all around here, got a bad oil leak coming around that. And so that needs coming off. That's what I'm up to next on the Ferguson 35. Yeah, I'll just blow this out here and got the compressor. Here we go. I don't think the radiators are in really good condition. Oh, I can actually speak to it now. I think that's an improvement already. Anyway, not currently leaking. I'm happy with that. Anyway, this is it. Just a bit of wire there to hold that stabiliser on. And it's cleaned up pretty good. I'm going to get on here and I'm going to give her a start. 2-stage clutch. There's the hours. Put it into S mode. S for start. Turn the key. Reverse. You have to put that into I. And the no brake situation. Stop the motor. That's second high. Oil pressure's not lovely. Righto. I'm going to pull the bonnet off. 11/16 must have. This is the bonnet coming off. So I've got a bolt there, one off that side, and then these two up here to get off. Anyway, there's the fuel tap. And it seems to be very stiff. And I don't want to break it. So does that mean the fuel stopped coming out? Maybe I better pull this hose off and have a look. Nope. How do we turn this tap off? It's stiff. I don't want to break it. Whew. That's just twist. Whoa. Okay. I think I better catch all that. Right, I'll just have to let the tank drain out. That's all I can say. I undo the tap and it doesn't seem to get any faster, so something needs looking at there. Righto. Shift this and take fuel tank off. I'm going to go over the bench here. And here at the bench, a leak down here somewhere, and I'll tell you what, I've just taken this out, the bowl here. Looks like it's still got a screen in there, so that's good. I just want to get all that stuff out of there. That stuff. Because this seems to have a leak around here too. And I'm going to have to block it up, put some air in there. Probably 5 psi if I can just keep it nice and low. And get the cap to seal up and see where the leaks are. Now I'm looking on this fuel tank here and I can see there's a wet patch. A wet patch just up in there underneath. And that'll be the leak that end. And that's going to be a pain in the neck to try and fix. This one here looks like it could actually be a bit cracked around there, I'm not sure. He needs to get a good old warm up that one and resolder. That's what I reckon. Righto, what I've got to do is, this thing here, I'll put airline on there and I can turn the tap on just a little bit to build up just a bit of pressure. Now that's only 20 psi, 10 psi, I just need a little bit in there and I will screw this in here. The lid, we can get it to seal okay, it'll be all right. Like I can hear it hissing out of the cap. But we just need a couple of psi. That's all we need. Truck wash. and spray it on there, and we'll see where the bubbles are coming out. And there it is. That's where we know the crack is there. This one here, well, I'm pretty sure I know where it's coming from out of here. It's coming out. Yep. Okay, I've soldered it up, given it a solder job. Righto, there it is. Hang on. Give it a little bit of pressure. You can hear it hissing out the cap, but there's nothing coming out there, and there's nothing coming out there. They're all sealing, so I can put that tank back on now. I'm glad to say. I got that little screw out of there because, yeah. Oh, okay. Looks pretty good up in there. Why doesn't it turn right off? Maybe it's that O-ring is a bit tight. Oh, it's a bit stiff. Okay, I'm going to pull this O-ring off. Too tight, isn't it? Oh, not off yet. I don't want to snap off the plastic. It's just very bodgy thread. Might be going back together like that. Righto, I've actually got that tap to turn on and off. And it's a pretty loose thread, so I'm not real... Oh dear. And I think that's as far as I'm going to go until I get it on there. Righto, I've got the petrol tank back in. I've used a couple of bits of belt there for rubber. And there it is there too. And I think we've got them all beat at the moment. Righto, I've been messing around here for a bit. And I'm letting all the water out of this tyre because I don't like water in tyres. Unless you're going to work them and you're going to do stuff with them, that's good. But I'm not into water in tyres, so I'm getting out. Next problem, no charge. Battery just not charging. So I've been looking around here. It's on a generator, and I'm sure this tractor used to charge. Here's the regulator, and there's a wire come off there, and the main battery wire has come off. Bugger if I can, yeah. So the two outside wires go to the generator. This black wire here goes to earth, and then the other one is this wire here, which goes to battery. That's all they are. And yeah, I'm to get it out and fix it. Okay. I've been tinkering on the little tractor, and I've actually sanded the bonnet down, gone back to the original brand name. I've taken the oil gauge out because it's got a, well, it wasn't working. I thought it had no oil pressure, but I think it's got oil pressure. So the gauge is no good. I've had this grill off. The grill's had a fair bit of work. Fixed the generator because that pulley was all bent. And the fuel doesn't seem to be not leaking anymore, that's for sure. The fuel is not leaking from there. It all looks dry. And it's not leaking from there. All looks dry. I'm happy with that. Engine number. Righto, back again. I've been out doing some, I've run the tractor and yep, we're charging again. I've managed to get that wire jammed in up there. Can't see a thing, I suppose, but I've got it jacked up at the moment and I'm spinning the wheels. Pretty quiet, but not bad. And it's not loose. Not badly loose, not this one anyway. Just got that little bit of looseness there. I'm not worried about that at all. This wheel here I've taken off because it was a bit rumblier. So I pulled the bearing out, and it's got a few rust spots on it, and it's rumbly, plenty of grease, seal's all good. So I'm gonna re-grease the bearings and stick it back on because there's nothing actually wrong here. I've tightened up these steps. I've fixed an oil leak under here. There was 2 O-rings that were hard as a rock. So they've been changed. This radiator, yep, it's currently holding water. I'm just gonna, got a very loose cap on top there and it'll be all right. Oh yeah, this here lever had to have a new roll pin put in it. The old roll pin was broken and she was flopping all over the place. So now that's working a bit better. This one's, that's solid. I've procrastinated enough. I'm going to pull it to pieces. I'm going to pull it to pieces and I'm going to paint it. It's such a good tractor and I like it. Now I've had a bit of a go at the dash there, got some paint on there. I've got all these dits out of here and I've put some rust converter on there. So I'm letting that dry, probably do that for the weekend. Yep, I keep looking at it and I'm going, it's got to be done. You just can't not do it. Yeah, I'm getting it taken to bits. Okay, here it is, the Massey Ferguson 35, FE35, 1960. And I've got it all disassembled. I've been doing that, just pulling bits off it here and there, and I got the dash off it, and I'm happy with that, because I think that's about as far as I'm going to pull it to pieces, and I'll start cleaning up all the bits, and getting it ready for paint. And I'm just going to give it a wire buff, and that wire buff, and a bit of a sand off here and there, and then it's going to get some undercoat and then the paint. So it's not going to get, I'm not going to get too excited. But anyway, I'm going to leave the video there. We'll catch up another time on part 2 and see what we're up to. So see you next time.